So you feeling better this week?
Yep, much better, thank you. Yeah, entirely better. All fixed, yep.
Good, good, good.
I'm
sure?
joking. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay, right. We have a new bromance to report on. Our Matt back in the office has found love on the internet.
Yes, bless him.
So he has been researching a story that we have a regular slot called Time for Tea, where we highlight a cool video on the internet, and he found a glamorous Italian by the name of Powerslide Lover.
The clue's in the name, I'm not going to lie. He does like to power slide. It's the things that he power slides that make it, I think, the most interesting though. So the most recent video was a LaFerrari, gone big.
Yeah, his own car, and he didn't just take it to any old track. He went to Nürburgring in the middle of winter. I think the first public session of the year, right, wet track.
Well, it's famed for being a slow speed track with loads of runoff, so it's the logical place to go and learn to the limits of your LaFerrari, I think, yeah.
And the reason that Powerslide Lover is getting so much respect on PistonHeads and in the wider internet community is that he has these brilliant cars. I think one of his videos is called, what, isn't it? Powerslide in a LaFerrari filmed from a Speciale.
Yeah, it's like the best title of any video ever.
Yeah, but I think the best bit you have to have a look at on this video is when he goes out on the Nürburgring in his LaFerrari with his mate, does some big skids, and then lets his mate have a go.
Absolutely, yeah.
And when his mate's not going fast enough, he presses on his leg to make him go quicker, and then they nearly lose it.
It's a classic example of someone that can clearly, genuinely afford the cars as well. He's not wrapping them in cotton wool and keeping them in a, heated garage. He's using them out on the Nürburgring and driving them quite hard, I think it's fair to say. So yeah.
So Powerslide Lover, we love you, but in an entirely
and not quite as much as Matt, who really does love you. It's a bit awkward.
Yeah. Now from someone we love to someone who doesn't seem to love us quite so much, or didn't. It's a gentleman by the name of the Ronin, who has previously appeared on PHTV. He was a drive-by clip, if you may remember. It was shot in California. It was a little grey Lotus going past the camera very, very quickly indeed. The Ronin, or Frank, as he's really known. He got into a bit of a ruck with us quite early on because I put a picture up from the LA Motor Show, and in the foreground was this little grey Lotus with a big wing, and it was from the tuning hall, which is full of awful cars with massive 22-inch spinners on them and rims and all that. So in the foreground was this little grey Lotus with a big wing on it, and I put the caption, "Tuner hall, the land that taste forgot." Frank got a bit cross. Here's a sample of what he said on the forum immediately afterwards. "So you post a pic of my 680 wheel horsepower Exige parked alongside an Enzo with the above caption. What are you, brain dead or just a wannabe internet auto journalist? I think it's funny how some chump can write this dribble without knowing anything about the cars on display. This is what auto journalism is now. So now he's off to Santa Barbara to drive a Porsche that someone else owns and kiss corporate ass." When somebody took him to task on his slightly aggressive tone of voice, his response was, "Suck my tailpipe, chump." So, as we can see, Frank, he likes a ruck.
He does seem to enjoy an argument.
He does. Now, his Lotus was pretty amazing, fair to say. He built the car himself, but the engine, his own turbo install, 600 horsepower plus. Somebody drove into him. I wouldn't want to have been that guy.
No. They're now reported missing.
So the car was crashed, but it's been rebuilt from an Exige into a 211, and it's basically the ultimate canyon car. We've got some pictures which we'll be showing you now by Larry Chen, who kindly sent these in for us. And Frank, as it turns out, is actually a really nice guy. We've come to an agreement, and he said no hard feelings, and he's invited us out. So next time we're in LA, we're going to have a ride in his car.
Awesome.
Finally, just wanted to end on, we did a photo shoot down in West Sussex near Goodwood the other day. Just looking around, it's like the land that time forgot in terms of cars.
So we've had the land that taste forgot, and now we're the land that time forgot. Okay.
Yeah, indeed. Now, where I live, everybody drives pushy kind of Range Rover Sports and big Audi SUVs and things like that.
1 millimetre from your bumper as well.
Exactly. Down in West Sussex, things are just a little bit more old-fashioned.
A bit more relaxed.
Yeah, so ladies with Labradors drive Subaru Legacy Estates, which have never been washed from the day that they've been bought.
Yeah,
this is a good thing. I also saw a glamorous older lady driving a proper Range Rover, not a Range Rover Sport, not some stupid blinged-up SUV, just a proper Range Rover. It was like being in the mid-1980s again. I thought it was truly marvellous. And then as you get close to Goodwood, then you start seeing things like blokes driving around in XK120s, even though it wasn't Revival or Festival of Speed. That's just the way they roll down.
That's just how they roll down in Goodwood, yeah. Chichester.
Yep.
Love it.
Land that time forgot, but in a good way. And that's the news.
Brilliant.